Every single year, there's this silent battle being waged against an enemy we can't even see. It's a fight that really depends on a hidden world of engineering and incredible precision. Today, we're gonna pull back that curtain and look at the unseen system that makes sure the medicine we all rely on is actually safe.
So our story kicks off with a disease that, let's be honest, many of us in the developed world kind of take for granted, but it is still a massive global threat. It's a forgotten killer that unfortunately still stalks the most vulnerable people among us. 2.5 million. Just let that number sink in for a second. According to the World Pneumonia Day campaign, that is the staggering number of lives pneumonia takes every single year. It's just a shocking figure, especially for a disease that's both preventable and treatable.
And here's the part that is just absolutely devastating. Out of those millions of deaths, 672,000 of them are children. That means a child's life is lost to pneumonia almost every minute. It's a crisis that, frankly, needs our attention.
For all of our amazing medical advancements, this quote from the World Pneumonia Day campaign just says it all, doesn't it? Pneumonia is still the single biggest infectious killer of young children on the entire planet.
Okay, so we've established this massive problem. But here's the thing, we also have solutions. And that leads us to a really fundamental question. A question that's all about trust. Trust in the very tools that are designed to save us.
At first glance, the answer seems pretty straightforward, right? We have powerful vaccines, we have effective medicines to fight diseases like pneumonia. These are the modern miracles we count on.
But here is the absolute crucial point. When a doctor gives you a shot or a pharmacist hands you a prescription, you're taking a leap of faith. We just trust that what's inside that little bottle is not just going to work, but that it's pure. But how is that trust actually guaranteed? How do we really know?
Well, the answer lies in this whole system. A set of rules, really. It's a global standard that operates behind the scenes, and it's called Good Manufacturing Practice, or you'll usually hear it called GMP.
The best way to think of GMP is like the master rule book for making medicine. It's not about a single inspection at the very end of the line. No. It's a whole system that covers every single step of production to stop any contamination, any mix-ups, any errors. It's all about building quality right into the process from the very start.
But, actually putting these incredibly complex rules into practice, that's not simple at all. It takes some serious specialized knowledge. And that's exactly where companies like PBE Expert come into the picture. They're the architects, the guardians who design and verify these systems, and they make it possible for pharmaceutical companies to meet these unbelievably high standards.
So how does GMP actually work in the real world? It's all about proving that things work through a core idea called validation. It's pretty much a three-step process. First, you've got installation qualification, or IQ. Basically, is all the equipment installed right? Then you have OQ, which proves it all works like it's supposed to. And finally, there's process qualification, or PQ. This is the big one. It shows that the system can consistently pump out a safe, pure product, batch after batch after batch. It's a whole system of documented proof. So what does a company that specializes in all this GMP stuff actually do? Well, their work is incredibly diverse, and it stretches across a whole bunch of really high-stakes industries. And this table here gives you a fantastic snapshot of their scope. Look at this. From traditional pharma and cutting-edge biotech vaccines, all the way to medical cannabis and even hospital clean rooms. The principles are exactly the same. They provide the engineering, the validation, and all the compliance know-how to make sure everything is safe and pure, no matter the product. All right, let's get a little more specific. How does an engineering blueprint actually become a safe dose of medicine? It all starts at the most fundamental level you can imagine, the design.
It begins with the equipment itself. Seriously, you have standards like ASME BPE that dictate exactly how machinery has to be built. We're talking smooth surfaces with absolutely no crevices where bacteria could hide, and materials that won't leak anything into the product. Every single valve, every pipe, every tank is designed from the ground up to be perfectly cleanable.
And this all takes place inside an absolutely incredible environment, the clean room. You can think of it like a fortress against contamination. Specialized HVAC systems, following crazy strict standards like ISO 14644, filter the air to remove microscopic particles. The air pressure is actually higher inside the room, so when a door opens, clean air pushes out, keeping contaminants from sneaking in.
Every surface is smooth and non-porous. Every single person who enters has to follow these intense gowning procedures. It is a meticulously controlled world built for one reason and one reason only, to protect the product.
So, let's tie all of this back to where we started, right? The fight against that devastating global killer, pneumonia. It's a battle that's being fought by a lot more people than just doctors.
See, the victory over diseases like pneumonia starts long before a vaccine ever reaches a clinic. It starts right here, in these validated, controlled, and meticulously engineered facilities. The work of GMP experts, process engineers, and validation specialists. They are the invisible first line of defense.
It's all about meeting the highest possible standards because let's face it, when lives are on the line, there is absolutely no room for error.
So, the next time you see a vial of medicine or a vaccine, maybe you'll see it a little differently. Not just as some liquid in a bottle, but as the final product of an invisible fortress, a whole world of science, engineering, and unwavering standards, all built by these unseen heroes to protect that single, precious dose, and in the end, to protect us.